Diary 105. Dear Diary, historians say history repeats itself, but in my case, I have to manage to break the cycle because I'm going to graduate from high school and go to college. An opportunity my parents never had. My father only went up to the 2nd grade because his father, my grandfather, needed help farming and taking care of the cattle. In the 2 years he spent in his elementary school, he was not taught to read and write. His teacher instead sent all of the poor kids to play outside or work in the garden. He saw kids like my dad as working hands. This was and still is the common rural areas in Mexico. My mother only went up to the 6th grade because it was not the custom for women to get an education. Her dreams of becoming an accountant were shattered after my great-grandmother did not let her go to high school. Instead, she was sent to sewing classes so she could become a true woman and not suffer when she got married. Because of their educational experiences, my parents were extra hard on me. When I was 4 years old, my parents made me practice writing my name and numbers and made me memorize the colors. As I grew older, they made me read every day, do all of my homework, and little by little, this became part of my daily life. While other kids spent their afternoons playing outside, I would be inside my house studying or reading a book. I know Miss G is cracking down on me too. Since the beginning of the year, Miss G has been talking about how to get into college and what different colleges are like. The thought of going to college scared me, but Miss G recognized our fears and planned a field trip to visit different colleges. We started our day by going to National University. There we learned about financial aid, college life, and the process of getting into college. After spending the day at National, we went to visit a small private college and a big university so we could experience how different they were. After the trip, I decided that I would go to community college because of the campus and the classes are smaller and more manageable than the large university. You get to interact and have a better relationship with your professors. I am planning on transferring to a big university in 2 years. For now, I will worry about taking the first step. I feel like the traveler in Robert Frost's poem, The Road Not Taken. 2 roads diverged in a wood. I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all of the difference. I am the traveler that came upon those 2 roads. I had a choice. I could take the road that is more traveled by the members of my family and get a job, or I could take the road less traveled and be the first to go to college. I decided to take the road less traveled because I knew it would be better in the long run. I knew that my decision to go to college will affect my sister's decisions, and they will not be afraid, as I was, of traveling this road. Okay, so here I have, where did they go first? What college was it? National University. This is my Master's of Arts from National University. That's where I went to school too. It's pretty cool, right? To see what an actual diploma looks like from National University. And this is the Master's. It's actually Master's in English. Master's of Arts in English is what it is. So, pretty legit, right? I just found that really fascinating. When I first read that, I was really excited about it because I'm like, hey, I went to school there, right? So, it's silly things that we would do. Anyway, and then I'm going to go ahead and stop the book here because I do need to talk to you guys about our field trip. I got the permission slips signed from Mr. Mooring. And I will have copies of it ready to go for you guys on Friday. We are going on November 20th. That day you will be excused from Career Tech. I will make sure you guys will have a permission slip from them or an excuse from them for those of you that go. And that way you can join us. It's for all of my English classes. Whether you're a sophomore, a junior, or a senior, you're in my English 3 class, you're going with me. Unless you decide not to go, for whatever reason that may be. Now, if you decide not to go, you will be given an alternative assignment. Okay? There will be an alternative assignment where you guys will have to work through that. I'm praying that everybody is really interested and excited about going. I think it's a great opportunity for us to go and learn something and to get hands-on with stuff. Okay? I talked with Mr. Mooring today about lunch because we are going to be very busy there. And he asked me about food, and I said, I think we need to go ahead and take sack lunches. Now you can bring your own. I don't care. If you bring your own, that's fine. We're not going to stop anywhere because we're not going to have time, and I don't have the money to feed everybody, like McDonald's or whatever, okay? So we're not going to stop there, but you bring your own lunch, or I can order a lunch from the cafeteria. I can order bags of lunches from the cafeteria, and they'll do that for us, okay? So I will have that sign-up sheet the same day I give you guys the permission slips, okay? And I need the permission slip back. If I don't get the permission if I don't get the permission slip back, you won't be going. I will need that permission slip before you can leave to go on the bus with me, okay? Also, I need to make you aware. Now, I will tell you, I have the best English 3 classes. I have the best kids this year I think I've ever had. Best behaved, most respectful. I really do. I have great kids. The museum gave Clinton High School a scholarship for you guys to go. They reduced the cost drastically for us. Normally it's $15 to get in. They're charging us $4. Okay? And then we earned the grant so that we can cover the rest of the money for us to go. So behavior-wise, how do you think I'm expecting kids to behave?
Good.
Not just good.
Excellent.
Yeah. I want us to come back hearing from the museum directors that I have the best behaved students they've ever had. The most respectful, the most inquisitive, the most in tune with what's going on around them, the brightest, the most hardworking. I want to hear those things coming from our people that we're going to be working with. Do you understand? Now, that's all being said. If there's a fight, if there's cussing, if there's general disruption and general misbehavior, I will fight to have that student suspended. I will go and I will make a big old stink about it. Okay? Is that extreme? Absolutely. But are the circumstances of utmost importance? Absolutely. Do I expect that to happen? No. I expect you guys to be young adults, okay? To watch our language. I think that's going to be the biggest issue that I'm going to have from kids is the swearing. I really do. To watch our language, to not fisticuffs people, not get out there and fight and push and shove. To be respectful and allow other people to look at things and to work with things, okay? To not go sit in the corner because this is boring. I will tell you, boring is what you make of it. Anything in life is boring if you make it that way, okay? You can get engaged in what you're doing or you can't. And if you can't, that's because you won't. Does that make sense? Okay? So I'm expecting you guys to be in your best behavior. I'm recording this here. It's going to go on to the classroom. If you need to rehear what I'm telling you, I will have your permission slips ready to go by Friday. Okay? And I will expect them returned, I'm thinking no later than Tuesday, so that I can remind you on Monday. All right? And let's get those turned back in so that I can go ahead and do a head count and say this is how many kids are going so that we can make the payment to the museum before we ever go. Okay? Sound good? Okay. Thanks, guys.